And Jeff, we recently lost not too long ago a one of a kind performer. The late great Sid Eudy left us way, way too soon. And I recently had a chance to catch up with Lex Luger over at adfreeshows.com for the first time since Sid passed.
Hmm.
And I asked him what he thought Sid's legacy in the business would be. Let's take a listen.
I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer for sure, and I think people are going to look back um, very very fondly on his career and what he accomplished and how he looked and just there'll never be another Sid. I can't imagine there ever being another guy like him. I think he's unique. He's one of a kind, and he was always he's one of those guys that when you booked him, wherever he came in at, you almost had to immediately vault him in the main events just by his sheer presence and his persona and physical presence. You really couldn't work him in the undercard. So he was always a main event guy. Like you said, he headlined 2 WrestleManias, and oh my gosh, he had a tremendous career, tremendous. So I think that's how he's going to be remembered.
It's still shocking to me that he and Lex Luger are not in the WWE Hall of Fame. We missed our chance to put Vader in the Hall of Fame while he was still here. We missed our chance to do that with Sid. Man, we got to get Lex in the Hall of Fame and Sid, don't you think? My gosh.
You probably don't want. I don't really have an answer for any of the three, but with the acquisition of the WCW brand, I'm talking specifically about Lex. You look at Lex's role from the Florida days, the NWA days, the Four Horsemen, Flair, Sting. You put Lex in that WCW, and then when he came back, and I'll just say kind of the relationship that him and Eric had, where it started, and him working his way up. You have to, at one time, he was the face he was the baby face that people were looking forward to taking down the NWO. And we all know we're kind of the NWO. Heck, they're in multiple ways in Hall of Fames. So Lex's WCW importance goes without saying. You go back to the WWE run, and I'm not going to pull out names, but look where the Lex Express, all the investment that they put in Lex. So that would be 93, 94, 95, a whole lot. And I know this will probably kind of be looked down upon, but the way he got hired in the WBF, I don't even have the beginning of a rationalization on why he's not in there. Do you, Conrad? Like, give me, if you're playing devil's advocate, I can't even come up with one reason why he's not in there. Can you? And I'm not even pointing fingers at anybody. What is the rationalization for him not being in there?
I don't know why Sid's not in there. I mean, I do think that for whatever reason, maybe Vince was concerned that the optics might not be good for professional wrestling if they had someone in a wheelchair on stage. I think he might think it was an indictment and a criticism when people would start throwing stones at, wrestling's bad for your body, blah, blah, blah. And we know that, I guess we don't really know, but I've always been led to believe that Lex's spinal cord injury, I mean, that didn't happen in the confines of a ring. As I understand it, that happened in a hotel. It was just a freak accident. It is what it is. But I thought that was kind of unfair. I mean, these are icons of the industry, and I mean, they're still able to do very, very well for themselves, just trading on that nostalgia at meet and greets and conventions. Like, they have a place in the hearts and minds of fans, and I hope that it's acknowledged for Sid and certainly for Lex.
And look, I know that you can watch that video, and you were live doing it with Lex. I can watch it. A fan can watch it. An old fan can watch it. Maybe a 70s and 80s guy might have, we all look at different things through different lenses. But when he was talking about, and he was spot on, Sid, from the day he got in, he was a main event guy because of his presence, no doubt. Well, guess who else was?
Lex Luger.
I mean, from the very, and I remember, you know, as a kid, you know, you would hear different guys in dressing rooms. I'll call out a Bill Dundee-ish kind of guy. Oh, that got that damn Luger. He's just fresh out of wrestling school. They got him in the main event. The kid don't know what he's doing, but damn, he looks great. You know, the old timers that maybe a shred or two of resentment, or he can't work, or he's not ready, and all this. But at the end of the day, Lex's sheer presence. So he had a main event run from the day he stepped into the business till the day he got out. That's why it's a head scratcher. But I get it. Subjective, my man. Subjective.
Catch the entire interview with Lex Luger and a whole lot more at adfreeshows.com. There's more than 100,000 hours worth of bonus content, including series you can't get anywhere else. If you love Jim Crockett Promotions, if you love the Attitude Era, if you love the new Attitude, man, we got something for everybody.
Have I told you what I'm helping people with in my real life? Yeah, I'm helping them save money over at savewithconrad.com. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Go get yourself a quick quote. Interest rates have improved, and people are realizing, hey, now's a chance to save some cash. And I'm talking to you, if you're still on the fence about buying a house, we can get you out of that apartment, tell your landlord to kiss your grits, and get you into a brand new house. You can do that with 5% down, with 3.5% down. And yes, there are still no money down options available in 2024. SaveWithConrad.com is your first step. We're going to ask you, hey, where are you now and where would you like to be? And we're going to get you on a path to fit those short-term goals, but really meet the long-term goal that we all want. And that's to appreciate the American dream. The American dream isn't to give 29% of your gross monthly income every month until you die to some banker. No, you want to own that thing for real. Your own piece of land for you and your family, your legacy. And we want to help you get one for yourself at savewithconrad.com. You don't need perfect credit. You don't need money out of your pocket. And maybe you've already got a house, but it'd be nice if you could pay a little less. We're routinely finding a way to help our podcast listeners combine all of their debt, and I mean all of it. Credit cards, personal loans, even car payments. Get it into one low monthly payment. Not only is it a better interest rate, it's also a greater tax deduction, but maybe most importantly, a much cheaper payment. We're routinely helping our podcast listeners save $500, $600, $700, even $800 a month. But how much can you save? Find out right now at savewithconrad.com.
You guys, the housing market's really good right now, too, for you folks out there that are thinking of making a change in your overhead or your living conditions. Now's not a bad time to make that move. Nowhere better to do it than savewithconrad.com. He's going to save you money. He's going to be honest. And it's like dealing with a friend, an educated friend. And boy, there's a lot of uneducated and unfriendly people in that world. Conrad Thompson is not one of them.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Jim. Check out our reviews online. You're going to see we've got more than 1,000 5-star reviews. Customer service is what it's all about. We want to be your mortgage advisor for life. So there's no application fee. There's no credit report fee. We just want to talk, man. Hey, tell us where you are and tell us where you want to be, and we'll try to help you get a plan to get there. We want to be your advocate, your humble advocate at savewithconrad.com.
Attaboy, Connie. Look at those cheeks, ladies. Look at those cheeks, ladies and gentlemen. My God.
How could you say no to that, right?
NMLS number 2129, Equal Housing Lender.
SaveWithConrad.com.